Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Today we got some mods to take a look at for Farm Sim 25. In total, 15 mods released. They are new, they are for all platforms, and they are here to stay. It's a fun mod day. So, let's jump right in. Starting off today, we have the Case IH Axial-Flow 088 series from Matt26. This combine's got between 294 and 366 horsepower and will hold between 10,000 and 10,500 liters. It also weighs 6.1 tons, being a big old boy. The engines offer the 5088, the 5088EX, then we have the 6088 EX version, and the 7088 and the EX there. So the EX is, well, actually less capacity than you would expect. So know that. We also have multiple different wheel options, including Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Rendestan. We do have twin wheels and singles, and I believe there's a set that's a super single as well. Then you've got your short or longer pipe option in the back. If we take a look at the combinations for this, we do get the 25 and the 28 foot regular grain heads, and then they've also shown off the 4408 corn head, as well as the Capello, and even the 9-meter Geringhoff, which is pretty cool. When you load it up, you will have to unfold the combine harvester before you do anything, but that's just going to open up the side. And if you go with a regular grain bin on top instead of the EX, that will also open that up. As far as everything else goes, this reminds me a whole lot of the, what's it, the 7088, I think, or the 7150, somewhere around there. It's just a little bit different power. A beautiful machine, and I will say this, I am super happy to see Matt26 releasing more mods. Oh, they're awesome. Plus, I mean, it's red. Come on. Next on our list is the Claas Dominator 108 from Hispano-Modding. This is actually a pack and includes 3 different things. We have the combine harvester, we have the header, and we have the header trailer. As far as the combine harvester, 221 horsepower, and it'll hold 7,500 liters. As far as everything else in here, we do have multiple different wheel options from Trelleborg, Continental, Rendestan, and that is it. Also, you cannot change up those wheels, so it's really just a branding thing. We also have a couple different designs for warning signs, and also the beacon goes back and forth, but I don't think it's supposed to. So don't worry too much about that. So if you want the warning signs, go for them. If not, you're good to go there too. Plus, we have plenty of color options on this one. So of course, the main color, we've got that green main color. They've also gone for some of the Claas colors up here, so you can do that. Let's change it up to the Claas red. Ooh, looks a little bit different, doesn't it? We also have a design color here. Let's change this to orange just to really see. I did not do that well. Pink. Pink. There you go. And of course, we have our chassis color down at the bottom. We'll change that to dark green. This poor thing. And the rim colors are rim colors at the end of the day. I will say this, the all black version looks super cool. As for the header that comes along with it, 5.1 meter working width at 6 miles per hour. No unrealistic running speeds here or anything wild and crazy. And of course, we've got our colors. You've got the green, white, and red on there, which can all be changed. Lastly in this pack, the header trailer, so we have the main color as well as the rim color. Just like the Case Combine, you will need to unfold this one. However, that is the only animation that I've been able to find. Next up, we have the Bourgault 332076 Paralink hoe drill and the 7950 air cart from Hispano-Modding. This is also a pack, of course. It includes 2 pieces. You've got the drill itself, which is a direct drill, 23.2 meter working width at 11 miles an hour, and then you've got your seeder. This is the seed tank, rather. This is going to hold seed and solid fertilizer, 33,475 liters respectively. As for both of these, it is just colors minus wheels on the tanker. So with this one, we have a main color, we have a chassis color, then you've got your design and rims. Now, main is very obvious. However, I'm curious about chassis. Let's see, let's change this up to pink. Oh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. And then our design color, I don't know what else I could choose to make this stand out. So, white it is, I guess. Oh, the little bitty bits all in between where the pink is. Well, and of course, rim colors. As for our tanker right here, we've got either a standard set, a rear twins, and twins all the way around. As far as your colors, we do have a main color here, which will go with red. We've got a chassis color, which will go with yellow. Oh, that's a lot. And then you've got your rim colors. So with this setup, your seeder is going to go in front of your tank. So grab your seeder and hook up your tank. And then you are ready to go. I am using the Big Bud 74716V, also by Hispano Modding, and partnered with JHHG as well. As far as capacities with this bad boy goes, we have 15,855 liters of solid fertilizer, and we have 17,620 liters of seed. If you want to add things manually, very easy to do. Simply open your cover on the trailer itself. The first section is going to be seeds. Tap it again, and it's going to open up to your fertilizer, which will be around towards the front, and then lastly, hit it one more time, and it will close everything, and you can use that to go over, you know, fill up from a trailer or something like that. We'll say this, the sounds are a little bit interesting. Check this out. Aha, and then we raise everything back up. A little bit mechanical in sound and kind of fake, but you know what? It is what it is. I'll take it. And again, humongo setup here. 23 something meters at 11 miles an hour. Yeah, sign me up. Next on our list today, the Flexicoil ST820 Multifunction from Hispano Modding. A lot of Hispano mods today. This is just a single mod in a setup here, 500 horsepower, 24 meters at 10 miles per hour. It could be a cultivator or a subsoiler, which is fantastic. It does change up the time zone there. This is incredible. Being able to do a subsoiler and basically plowing and cultivating at the same time, that's awesome. We also have multiple different color options to choose from. So we'll go with a dark blue for the main color. Design color, we'll go with a white. There you go. And then a rim color, we'll change that up to a nice yellow so we can see everything. The collisions can be a little bit interesting on this because there are none on some of the machine. Like, for example, this part of the machine, there are collisions. However, this, there are none. There are just no collisions on that part whatsoever. The rest of it there are, but not on these wings on the edge. So, might be able to use that to your advantage. I don't know. Just wanted to let you know. Next on our list today, the small tender package from Dogface. Of course, this is a pack and includes the ST2031 as well as the liquid fertilizer trailer 6056. And if these look familiar to you, well, they should. So this guy right here is pretty much just an auger wagon at the end of the day. However, it holds 7,000 liters. We got a main color and rim color, and it is primarily used for running seed and solid fertilizer, but you can run other stuff too. As far as the tanker goes, this is actually a version of the AB tanker that we've got. They took AB off, put Lizard on it, and then they have made it hold liquid fertilizer and herbicide. However, it no longer holds water. Next, the mods that made me fall in love with the Kverneland Vicon DLC and FS19, which I talk about a lot. The Vicon Extra Pack. This one also converted by Hispano Modding. This pack includes a set of front and rear mowers, 3.2 meters and 10.2 meters respectively, and that is going to require between 82, 200, and 240 horsepower. As far as the front mower goes, we've got the Extra 732 FT. You can also change that up to Kverneland if you would prefer to have the Kverneland setup. And then we have the main color on the red and the design color, which is going to be all the metal bits. Then if we pop over to the rear of the machine, we could change this up to a Vario. So basically you can remove the bit in the back that windrows everything together, and you can change this to Kverneland as well. And of course, we have that main red color. We can also change up the frame of this one. I have been a big fan of these guys for a while. Let's check them out. So let's drop down the rear mower, drop down the front as well. Front, we can't do anything with. However, with the rear, we can change up that toggle worker mode, so we can bring it down. Everything will swath in, and then we can swath to the right, to the left, and again, or neither. But bringing everything towards the center definitely makes it easier. Let's go ahead and turn everything on and rock forward. We'll just kind of turn this into straw. And you can see, there you go. It turns everything into straw, pushing it down towards the middle. So this is kind of comparable to A couple of the other mowers that we've got in the game, there's one in particular that comes to mind, and that is this Samaz right here. This also has a Vario bit in the back, which will kick everything out towards the center. And, but this is just another option for you. And of course, we can't forget about the John Deere 712 mulch tiller from Rooster Mods. What up, dude? Just as the name suggests, this is a mulcher and a tiller. So we do have a setup at the front. Those discs will mulch, and then all the tines in the back will till up. Now, this has between 3.4 and 4.9 meter working. It requires between 130 and 190 horsepower. It is looking good, and we do have customization options here too. So we do have the warning equipment. You can add a triangle. We've got stickers or all of them. Weights can be added. We've got 1,000 pounds or not. Nice John Deere weights added there. And then we've got the width. You've got the 9, 11, and 13. So between 3.4, 4.2, and 4.9 meter working width. Getting a little bit in the working spirit. Let's take this bad boy. We'll bring it down, and we should mulch. Ah, there we go. So it is mulching. It's just my setup. I guess it's weird to seed or try and mulch over seeding. That's all me. So there's your mulch texture right down there, and here is your plow texture. Another thing, because it is a plow, now I have a mod installed that allows me to create fields with anything. However, this is giving us that option because it's a plow at the end of the day. So you're able to do that. I think that's pretty darn cool. Let's bring it out here and see what kind of trouble we can get into out here. So of course, we've got the mulcher part on the front that's still doing work. And then I'm going to create my field. There you go. And now mulching, create my field. All good things. All good things indeed. Rooster, you killed it again. Love it. Moving along, we have the Lemken Achat. Achat? I don't know how to say that. Achat? Bless you? I don't know. This is a cultivator. 2.5 meter working with 100 horsepower is required on it. We do have a roller set for the very back if you wanted that, but that's the only configuration. We do have a couple different setup for wheels. Basically, it is, do you want rubber ones or metal ones? And then we have colors. So we have a main color here. We're going to change that white, so your frame. We have the Coulter's color configuration, which we could change up to a nice green. And then the roller configuration for the back, which is not there currently, but we could change that too. So at least we have some options. Here's one with a lot of customization options. This is the safety weight. It starts off pretty standard. Not a lot going on with it. It weighs 500 kgs, though it is $5,000. A little bit pricey for what it is. So as far as this one with customization, we've got rods. You can add a small set, a medium set, or a large set of rods. Then we have the side marker lights. You can do with or without. And then we have the lights, with or without. Then we have the blinky blinky, with and without. Then we have the main color. I was going to say with and without, but I guess with color and not so much. I don't know. The one thing is you cannot change up the rods on the side, so those are just always going to be white. So there's one thing that might be a little bit frustrating with this, at least for console players. The lights do not go with the flashers. Now, the headlights do all around it, so that's nice. However, it goes with your turn signals, which means that if you wanted to do this, you have to be on PC. So there is that. Would be nice in a future update if they made that blink like that, maybe with the beacons on top, since there's no way to turn on 4-ways on console. Next one on our list today is the AT-HEG Weight. This one comes in a single pack, 800 kg. It also holds 800 kilograms, which I'm not quite sure, but we will check out. And then we've got your stripes and your color. Well, not quite sure. There are no fill units available, and there's no fill level at the bottom. So I'm not quite sure what the fill amount was. Maybe they just had the wrong thing in the wrong place. It's also important to note that at least on this tractor, it is not hooked up. So there's that too. We also have some placeables. The first one that we're going to talk about is the TMR And Pigfood Production. This is from Lahmi, L-A-H-M-I. That's Lahmi, right? I think that's Lahmi. This will make pig feed and it will make TMR. Now, why is it a big building and not a silo? Well, I don't actually know, but I love it. this is more than just a production area. This is a full shed. I mean, you could park vehicles and all kinds of stuff in here if you wanted to. So that's pretty cool. You also could see different things in these bins here. Now, obviously, these are not exactly what's in there because, well, I have nothing in this production chain, but it's pretty cool. I wanted to show you like the building itself before I show you the recipes, because I think that's what makes this special. This grading area is where you're going to dump everything. Of course, we have all solid products, and then this is where you're going to get everything out. But yeah, that's that. There are no customization options I did go through, but couldn't find anything. So, what do we have for productions? Well, we have our pig feed, which is going to take in a base feed, grain, a protein, and a root crop. And you might be able to see the logos on these. So we have like sorghum and corn, which is our base feed. And then we have wheat or barley as our grain. And then, let's see, down here to our proteins, we have sunflowers, soybeans, or canola. And then root crops are all of the root crops. All was that 1, 2, 3, four of them. So sugar beets, red beets, parsnips, carrots, and potatoes. So we've got all of those set up. And then it will take that and turn it into pig feed. You also don't lose anything either. Shouty outy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cost per month, a little high, $1,800, but hey, it's worth it because you don't have to make it. Plus, the inputs are insanely high. Final outputs is 1 million liters, so I think you're going to be A-okay. As far as your TMR, this was pretty standard, to be fair. 50 silage, 20 hay, 20 straw, and 10 mineral feeds. So it's actually a little bit of a higher mineral feed content that we normally see, but we're still getting a full one-to-one in and out. I don't know, I just thought that was pretty cool and wanted to show it to you. I thought it was a pretty neat little setup here. Next on our list today, we have the American Silos Production Pack, and this was the American Silos Pack back in Farming Simulator 22. You may remember, it is the silo pack that I used on pretty much every map because I could make TMR out of it, and I thought it looked good. Well, things have changed. Where used to, we had to have a different building for different productions. Now, things have switched up a little bit, which I find super duper cool. So let's go in here and take a look. So all of these are pretty much going to be the same, minus the fact that they're different capacities, as you might have been able to see there on the side. We have 250,000, let's see, 500,000 liters, 750, and 1 million. So if you go with the small stave and large stave, those are going to be the two smallest, and then the steel ones are going to be the two largest. As far as everything, we can make hay, pig feed, chaff out of silage, no, silage out of chaff, there it is, silage out of grass, silage out of hay, silage out of straw, and even TMR. Everything in and out looks to be a bit of a one-to-one, so your TMR is going to be one-to-one, one-to-one on the straw, same thing for the hay, chaff, pig feed, let's see, 500, oh, that's a lot of math, yeah, that's 1,000, and then one-to-one here, so you're getting really good stuff out of it. Pricing costs per month, $60 per month, I mean, come on. The other was $1,800. Not to compare the two, as I don't think that's fair. You should be able to choose whichever one you like, not because one's better or the other. It's just better for you, maybe. That's all. So I find these awesome. I've been waiting for this mod pack specifically to come out, and now that it's here, I don't know if I'm going to be using very many other mods. This is here, man. Come on. Next up, another new production. Well, returning, I think, from previous game. This is a green dryer production from Superfly 1842. Hey! This bad boy has got it all. Although, there are some real interesting things that you may need to know. Not so much about the output, but the input, which I don't know if you could see it, but it is up here. As Superfly has shown off on the Mod Hub website, you may be able to see here the conveyall that we've got coming in from the side. That is going to be required to get crops in here. So it is not easy. So this one may not be for the faint of heart. The output is going to be down here, of course, as we mentioned, input up at the top, and we can make dry barley, corn, or dry wheat. So inputs are just going to be the crops themselves. Barley, corn and wheat. And then when outputs, we get the dried. It is going to be a 150 to 135. So you are going to lose a little bit. The cost per month is going to be $720 each. So heads up through there. However, it doesn't come with its own sell point because you don't need it. Hey, great idea. You can sell all of these on your map and be good to go. Our next to last new mod today for all platforms is the time-saving logistics. And this may be one you want to go download right now and maybe never update because currently it does something insanely cool, at least on Textorm. So at the end of the day, this is a one in, one out, and it is a great distribution point for everything. So all of your crops, your pallets, things like that, it's a one in, one out, looking good. If we take a look, we've got, well, pretty much everything. Barley, click it, there we go. Barley, barrel, bathtub, bread, bucket, buffalo milk bottled, buffalo mozzarella, butter, cake, canned peas, canola oil, carrot soup. I think you get the idea. So if we just kind of go through, it's a 1-to-1. So even diesel and like DEF, digestate, things like that, all of this is just a one in, one out of your products. Even crops as well, like oats, for example, which can be sent over to the mill and turned into flour. Well, you can just put the oats in here, set this to distributing, boom, like that, and then anywhere that is a production chain that accepts oats will take it. Haha. And currently everything is set to 100,000 in and 100,000 out, and your capacities are going to range from 5 to 10 million liters. Also, making this an incredibly good place to store stuff. For example, I mean, if we jump in and take a look at this $50,000, you could use this as a silo if you wanted to, because it's extremely possible. I mean, heck, you just take this, set it to storing, and you're good. You could just get the grain back out. But why is this important? Well, we're going to do a little test here momentarily. In here, in barley, I noticed that barley is 10 in, 100,000 out, and it's $0. Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. Give me 10 liters of barley now. So if that 10 to 100,000 liters is correct, that is adding, what, 5 zeros? 4 zeros to the end of a number? That should turn this 4,000 into, what, 4 million? 400,000? Something crazy. 444,369. All right, so we'll double check just real quick. Barley is set to storing. Also, if you set this to, I believe it's storing, or set other things to storing, they will spawn pallets. If you don't want pallets to spawn, either set it to distributing or something selling, I guess. So you could easily set this to selling and it would just sell it. But I'm just going to set this to storing because I want to see. Okay, so you can see barley, nothing in. We're going to dump this, and then slowly but surely it is going to put the barley in, and it's already running the production chain, which is wild. So 4,000 liters was in. Ooh, it looks like the threshold's 1,000 liters. That is not good. So let's go down here now. It's the barley out. None there as well. Did it spawn barley in the pallets? Hang on. Crap. All right, well, it says 10, but yeah, never mind. Anybody want a barley pallet? Also, I lost a liter. Anybody's stealing my barley today. Come on. So I guess never mind. As far as the number that it says is incorrect, missing some zeros, but yeah, it's not doing it though. Which means it's working the way that it should. And this is a super overpowered mod, and I love it. All right, the last one we're gonna look at today. Last mod of the video, actually. No updates or for anything for anybody else. The barrier package. Ooh, that is really, really loud. But yeah, we have 3 of these. They're found in others right here. I'm not quite sure the difference between decoration and others, but this just happens to be in others. And you raise them up. They are the barriers. And with that, that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.